everyone, and hi friends. Welcome back. We are going to be talking about psychology and strategy today. Mostly I am going to try to make this video pretty short, mostly because I will talk about psychology off and on throughout different videos in the future. But this video, I want to say, really emphasizes the psychology of trading versus the strategy, because in my personal opinion, strategy is more important. So essentially, when it comes to day trading in general, day trading is already pretty stressful, and I feel like you have to be very mentally resilient to day trade. That's why, I don't believe everyone can get into day trading, because some people just don't have, I don't want to say the mindset of it, but it can be very daunting and very mentally taxing. It's hard. Day trading is one of the hardest things that you can do, but once you get it, it's easy. It's one of those things where it's easy, but yet it's hard. And it can be very mentally stressful with trading. So when it comes to psychology versus strategy, I always say psychology will always win over strategy. You can have the best strategy in the whole world. I'm talking 100% win rate kind of thing, where they could guarantee you to win each trade. But if you don't have your psychology down, that strategy means nothing to you. It would mean nothing. 90% of trading is psychology. I always tell everyone that I know who wants to get into day trading that literally the strategy makes up maybe 2% of actual trading. Day trading, you need to have self-control, meaning you can't randomly jump in or out of the charts. I've seen my husband do it. I have done it where quite literally he will be stressing out. He's like, maybe I should just jump in. I should just get in now. I'm like, why? You don't have any confluences. There is nothing on the charts that's telling me for you to jump in. You can't just jump in and hope for the best. You can't just do that. That's gambling. That's just straight up bad gambling. And there's some people who do that where they'll get out of a chart or out of their trade too soon because they got nervous because it was going down, but now it's going back up. And so you were already down because you pulled out too soon. Now it's going up. And then you're like, okay, I should just jump back in. But it's already too late. The trade already happened. So, patience is another thing. You're not going to grow an account from $100 to $100,000 in a day. It's just, unless you are extremely, extremely lucky, and that is more luck than anything, it's not going to happen. And then risk management. Knowing when to stop. Revenge trading will never help you. There are so many stories of people literally blowing all of their accounts, losing thousands upon thousands of dollars because they're revenge trading, because they get angry at the charts because they're having a losing day. It's just not working out. So I'm going to briefly go over strategies, just a tiny bit. Nothing extravagant here. And I'm sorry if you can hear sirens in the back. So one of the things to help you with your psychology when it comes to strategy also is risk to reward, knowing when to have one. So you'll hear a lot of 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5. So essentially, if you do a trade that has a 1 to 3 ratio, you could lose 3 trades, but have 1 winning trade to break even. That's why even if you do have a strategy that's only 50% win rate, you can still be in profit, or even 45% win rate. You can still be in profit by the end of the month because you're having enough wins where you're breaking even, then plus making more money. And that's why in one video I emphasized about how I make my stop losses very strict. So I'm only losing a couple $100, but my win is a couple thousand or so. So that can help definitely with your psychology, because losing money is going to bring you down no matter what. But when you're not losing as much, it can help. So these are different types of strategies. I would say these are the most popular that I've personally seen. So these are you can pause this if you want. There's a few of them I will actually make separate videos on. ICT, I would say, is the most popular, created by Michael Huddleston. I'm not sure if that is correct, but when you look it up, it says his name, that he's the one that created it. I would say this is the most technical kind of trading that you could possibly find. He's also known for, or ICT is also known as, smart money concepts. I personally don't even touch it. I don't get it. I'm very much like, let's make easy, like trading easy and simple. It's just, that's my thing. But for a lot of people, it works for them and they love it. So if that's something that you want to get into, great, beautiful. The next one is one of my favorites, orb, which is open range breakout. So you basically create a range within a session, normally the beginning. You mark out the high and the low within the first 15 minutes, and essentially you wait for a breakout. Support and resistance, like we talked about in our terminology, that was a term, but also it's a type of trading. And then trend line. I technically go between orb and trend line trading. Basically, it's a type of breakout, in my personal opinion, is probably part of the biggest part of your strategy and psychology also. And I tell this to anyone who trades with me, whenever you're stressing out about being in a trade, just sit on your hands and repeat to yourself, trust the trade. And I still do it to myself, where I literally have to get up away from my computer and I just keep repeating, trust the trade, trust the trade. It's in the market's hands now. I can't do anything. I made sure that all my confluences were there, and I made sure I was basically confident enough to get in. And outside of that, then you just got to let it ride. If it gets stop lost, it hits stop loss. If we make profit, beautiful, here for it. But this is one thing I will say that will definitely help your strategy and your psychology, is to just tell yourself, trust the trade. So this is an example of probably where people would start freaking out. This is a trade that I just did. I can't even remember how many days ago I did this. But this is on NASDAQ, the mini. You can do either mini or micros. That's what I suggest for first-time traders, or if you even with a prop firm, just because you can easily blow accounts. So normally this is where you can get in. So this is just an example of a possible trade, and essentially as an example that, say you got in here, where your psychology comes in is it starts bouncing, and you're like halfway through hitting your stop loss. A lot of people would start freaking out during this time. This is actually, you can't see it, but it's on the 5-minute chart. So each candle means 5 minutes has passed. And this could be kind of stressful when you're watching this, because this is almost 30 minutes, 45 altogether. So this is just a lot of waiting, and you're just waiting and you're stressed out and you're like, I should just get out. It's about to hit stop loss once again, but it hasn't hit your stop loss. So it's okay. Just let it ride. Just let it go. Trust the trade. This is just an example of trusting the trade and how you can get pretty stressful, especially if you're watching your numbers go up and down and you're losing money or you're up money. It's going to be stressful, but this is where your psychology really will help. So next time, because I try to make this as fast as possible, essentially. So next time I will be doing a video about things you need for day trading. So we'll actually start getting into things like tools, how to chart, that kind of thing, things to help you with charting. And then from there, we'll start talking about prop firms and then hopefully start live trading. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below.